Hi, I'm Aviana. Some people call me Avi, but only if I let them. That privilege has become increasingly rare over the years, especially since Marcus came into my life. Or rather, since he walked out of it 7 years ago. My daughter Luna is 6 now, with her father's piercing blue eyes, but thankfully my common sense. I was arranging Luna's birthday decorations when my phone buzzed with a text from my best friend, Olivia. Hey, you sitting down? Olivia's text read. I rolled my eyes. Just setting up for the party. What's up? Marcus is back in town. The balloon I was inflating deflated with a sad wheeze as I stopped breathing. How do you know? I typed back. My phone rang immediately. Avi, I literally just saw him at Westfield Coffee, Olivia said, her words tumbling out rapidly. He didn't see me. I ducked behind a potted plant. He looks exactly the same, but with this ridiculous beard now. That's impossible, I said, my voice steadier than I felt. He moved to Seattle 7 years ago. Well, Seattle must have gotten sick of him because he's definitely here, drinking a macchiato and typing on a laptop like he owns the place. I sat on the couch, balloon forgotten. Did he say anything about... He didn't see me, Olivia repeated. But Avi, there's more. He was wearing a wedding ring. Oh. The single syllable felt inadequate. Are you okay? Do you need me to come over early? No, I said quickly. Luna's party starts in 3 hours. Everything's fine. He doesn't even know about her. Exactly why I called. What if he finds out? This town isn't that big. My sister Jasmine walked in from the kitchen carrying a tray of cupcakes. Who finds out what? I covered the phone. Nothing. Party stuff. Jasmine raised an eyebrow but continued to the dining table. Liv, I have to go. We'll talk at the party. Promise you won't do anything impulsive? When have I ever been impulsive? I asked, laughing weakly. College? That time with the professor's car? The ancient history. See you soon. I hung up and stared at the happy 6th birthday banner. 7 years ago, I'd discovered I was pregnant 2 weeks after Marcus had accepted a job offer in Seattle. He'd been so excited about the opportunity, talking endlessly about how it would advance his career. I hadn't found the courage to tell him about the pregnancy, afraid he'd feel obligated to stay. So I'd said nothing, and he'd left, promising to call often. The calls dwindled from daily to weekly to monthly to never. Jasmine sat beside me. Spill it, Avi. Your face looks like someone died. Marcus is back in town. Her eyes widened. Luna's father? Mr. I'll call you every day? The very same. Does he know about... No, and he's married now. Jasmine whistled low. What are you going to do? Nothing. Why would I do anything? Because your daughter asks about her daddy every other week and you always say he lives far away? I glared at her. Don't you have frosting to prepare or something? I'm just saying, Avi, this town has eyes everywhere. What if someone tells him? Wouldn't you rather control that conversation? My phone pinged with an email notification. Probably another parent RSVPing late. I glanced down, then froze. Avi? Jasmine waved a hand in front of my face. Hello? I handed her my phone wordlessly. The email was from Marcus. We need to talk. I know about Luna. How could he possibly know? I paced across my living room while Olivia watched from the couch. Maybe someone from your old friend group? She suggested. I shook my head and dialed Devin, our mutual college friend who'd introduced me to Marcus years ago. Hey, stranger, Devin answered cheerfully. To what do I owe this blast from the past? Marcus is back and he knows about Luna. A pause. Yeah, about that. Devin, I said slowly. What did you do? Nothing intentional. We reconnected on LinkedIn. When he mentioned moving back to Riverside, I might have mentioned seeing pictures of your cute kid. You didn't tell him she was his, did you? Of course not. But Avi, she looks exactly like him. Same eyes, same dimple. The timing would be obvious to anyone with basic math skills. Great. Just great. Maybe it's time anyway? 6 years is a long time to keep this secret. He left, Devin. He completely disappeared from my life. Did you ever actually tell him you were pregnant? I glared at the phone. Whose side are you on? Yours. Always yours. but also the truths. After hanging up, I sent a terse reply to Marcus's email. Westfield Coffee, 1 hour, come alone. When Marcus walked in, the years seemed to collapse. He was still handsome, though the beard was new. Aviana, he said, sliding into the seat across from me. It's been a long time. 7 years, I confirmed, keeping my voice neutral. You look well. Small talk, Marcus? Really? He sighed, running a hand through his hair. I don't know how to start this conversation. Try the truth. How did you find out about Luna? Devin mentioned you had a daughter. I saw pictures on your sister's Instagram. She has my eyes, Aviana. My mother's dimple. And you immediately assumed... The timing lines up perfectly. Why didn't you tell me? His voice rose slightly. Keep your voice down, I hissed. You were leaving for this amazing opportunity. You were so excited. So you made the decision for both of us? For her? You stopped calling after 3 months, Marcus. What was I supposed to think? I stopped calling because you became increasingly distant. I thought you'd moved on. While I was dealing with morning sickness and doctor appointments alone, a flash of pain crossed his face. I would have come back if I'd known. Would you? Really? Because from where I'm sitting, you built a whole new life pretty quickly. Nice ring, by the way. He glanced at his wedding band. Rebecca and I have been married for 2 years. Does she know you're here? Yes, she encouraged me to come. How modern of her. This isn't about Rebecca. It's about our daughter. My daughter, I corrected. The one you knew nothing about until yesterday. Legally. Don't you dare talk to me about legal rights when you've contributed nothing to her life for 6 years. His jaw tightened. That wasn't my choice. Choices have consequences, Marcus. You chose Seattle. You chose to stop trying. I want to meet her, he said firmly. Absolutely not. Especially not today. It's her birthday. His eyes widened. Today? She's turning 6 today? Yes. And I won't let you ruin it by showing up unannounced and confusing her. I'm her father, Aviana. Biologically, yes. In every way that matters, no. 2 days after Luna's birthday party, I received a formal email from a law firm. Marcus wanted to establish paternity and visitation rights. My doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Marcus standing on my porch alone. What are you doing here? I demanded, opening the door but blocking the entrance. We need to talk without lawyers, Aviana, please. I reluctantly let him in. Luna's at school. She'll be home in 2 hours. He stood awkwardly in my living room, taking in the photos of Luna on the walls. She's beautiful, he said softly. Yes, she is. What have you told her about me? That her father lives far away. That's it. Not that I abandoned her? I never said that word to her. He nodded. I want to be part of her life, Aviana. Why now? What about your wife? Your life elsewhere? Rebecca and I live here now. I took a position at the university. We're settling down. He paused. We've been trying to have children. It hasn't worked out yet. So my daughter is your backup plan? Your practice child? His face flushed with anger. That's not fair. None of this is fair, Marcus. Not to me, and especially not to Luna. I made mistakes, but you kept a massive secret from me for years. To protect her, and myself. From what? From me being a father to her? From you leaving again? From you making promises you can't keep? We stood facing each other, both breathing hard. I'm sorry, he said finally. I'm sorry I wasn't there, but I'm here now. Sorry doesn't erase 6 years of absence. No, it doesn't, but I'm her father, and I have rights. Rights you suddenly care about? I've always cared. I just didn't know. But you stayed away from me easily enough. He sighed. We were young. Long distance was hard. I thought you were pulling away. So you gave up? Yes, he admitted. I gave up on us, and that was wrong. But this isn't about us anymore. It's about Luna. Luna is happy. She's adjusted. She doesn't need confusion in her life. She needs her father. She's needed her father for 6 years. Where were you then? I can't change the past, he said, his voice rising. But I can be here now. If we can't work this out, I will pursue legal channels. You'd put her through that? Court evaluations? Disrupting her entire life? I'd rather not. That's why I'm here, asking to work with you. The doorbell rang again. Through the window, I saw my neighbor, Mrs. Chen, with Luna. School must have let out early. That's her, I said quietly. You need to leave. Now. Aviana, please. Not like this. Not with us shouting at each other. He stared at me, then nodded stiffly. I'll go. But this conversation isn't over. As he moved toward the door, I stepped in front of him. If you try to take her from me, I will fight you with everything I have. I don't want to take her from you, he said, his voice intense. I just want to be her father. You should have thought of that before you walked away. His face hardened. If that's how you want to play this, fine. My lawyer will be in touch. As he yanked open the door, Luna stood there wide-eyed, Mrs. Chen behind her. Early dismissal today, Mrs. Chen explained. Luna looked from me to Marcus and back. Mommy, who's that? Marcus stared at her, speechless. Just someone Mommy used to know, I said, pulling Luna toward me. Marcus's eyes never left Luna's face. I'll see you soon, he said, clearly meant for her rather than me. As he walked away, Luna looked up at me. He has eyes like mine. The hearing was set for 3 weeks after Marcus filed for paternity rights. I consulted with my lawyer, Patricia Morgan, a stern woman with 20 years of family court experience. He has a case, Patricia admitted. Biological fathers generally have rights unless they've explicitly signed them away. But he abandoned us, I insisted. According to you, he didn't know about Luna. Did you ever attempt to inform him? I shifted uncomfortably. No. That's a problem. The court will likely view his absence as unintentional. So I'm being punished for not chasing after him? Patricia removed her glasses. The court doesn't see it as punishment, Aviana. They're looking at what's best for Luna now. At the courthouse, Marcus was already seated with his attorney when I arrived. The judge, a middle-aged woman with kind eyes, asked thoughtful questions of both of us. When it was Marcus's turn to speak, he surprised me. Your Honor, I'm not seeking to disrupt Luna's life or take her from her mother. Aviana has done an amazing job raising our daughter. I just want the opportunity to know Luna and for her to know me. I've missed 6 years of her life through no choice of my own. I don't want to miss any more. Mr. Reynolds, the judge said, are you prepared for the responsibility of fatherhood? It's not just about fun visits and presents. Yes, Your Honor. I understand it's about consistency, reliability, and putting Luna's needs first. I'm ready for that commitment. When it was my turn, I spoke from the heart. I've been both mother and father to Luna since she was born. I made a difficult choice not to tell Marcus about my pregnancy because I didn't want him to feel trapped. When he stopped calling, I assumed he'd moved on completely. Luna has a stable, loving home. I'm concerned about introducing someone who has no proven track record of consistency in her life. The judge nodded. Miss Mitchell, I understand your concerns. However, Luna has the right to know her father, and Mr. Reynolds has the right to know his daughter. I'm ordering paternity testing, though given the physical resemblance, I don't anticipate surprises there. She continued. Assuming paternity is established, I'm granting Mr. Reynolds supervised visitation twice monthly for 3 months, after which we'll reassess. Miss Mitchell will have final decision-making authority during this period. Both parties will attend co-parenting counseling. After the hearing, Marcus approached me in the corridor. Thank you for not fighting the visitation, he said quietly. I didn't have much choice. You could have made things much harder. I'm doing this for Luna, not for you. Don't mistake compliance for forgiveness. I don't expect forgiveness, Aviana, but I hope someday we can at least be civil. We'll be civil, for Luna's sake, nothing more. When can I see her? Properly meet her? The counselor will arrange it. That's what supervised means, Marcus. Right. He looked down. I've missed so much already. That was your choice as much as mine. Are you ever going to stop punishing me for leaving? I considered his question. This isn't punishment. It's consequence. There's a difference. I really would have come back if I'd known. Maybe. But we'll never know, will we? What I do know is that you gave up on us pretty easily. People change, Aviana. I've grown up. I'm not that selfish kid anymore. Prove it, I said simply. Not with words, with actions. Show up consistently for Luna. Be there when it's inconvenient. Stay even when it's hard. 2 weeks later, I sat with Luna in the counselor's office, waiting for Marcus to arrive for their first meeting. Luna fidgeted nervously beside me. Is he nice? She whispered. He seems to be, I answered honestly. Will he like me? He'll love you, I said. And that much I believed was true. When Marcus entered, carrying a small gift bag, he knelt down to Luna's level. Hi, Luna. I'm Marcus. It's very nice to meet you. You have eyes like mine, she said, repeating her observation from our doorstep. He smiled. Yes, I do. Mommy says you're my dad. That's right. Where have you been? The simple question hung in the air, and I saw Marcus struggle with how to answer. I've been living far away, he said finally. But I'm here now, and I'd really like to get to know you, if that's okay. Luna looked at me questioningly. I nodded slightly. Okay, she said. Do you like unicorns? Marcus smiled, visibly relieved. I don't know much about unicorns, but I'd love to learn. As they began to talk, I stepped back, allowing them space while staying within sight. This wasn't about Marcus and me anymore. It was about Luna having the chance to know her father, and him having the chance to prove he could be the parent she deserved. Only time would tell if he was truly capable of that commitment. In the meantime, I would protect her heart as fiercely as I always had, ready to pick up the pieces if necessary, but hoping, for Luna's sake, that I wouldn't need to. What would you do if someone who once walked away suddenly wanted back into your life? Would you give them a second chance? Or is some betrayal too deep to forgive? Share your thoughts in the comments below.